My sister and I were really close. There was 10 years difference between us, but she was always more mother-like to me because my mom was pretty busy with work and her own responsibilities. So she left a lot of, especially in those days, yeah. So my sister was very involved in taking care of me. So brought me into school, got me oriented into school, and she was the one I would turn to if I had problems. I went over to see him, but he would shut all the windows, draw all the curtains, and he claimed that someone was looking at him, and which made the apartment really stuffy because it was a small little apartment. And then he had the TV on incessantly, right? He had to watch cartoons from morning till night and from night till morning. It really had to be on. But the most telling thing was that he would have his fingers placed behind his ear and he would be listening. He was listening to some other conversation that was going on. Occasionally he would laugh, or sometimes he would mutter something. And as you can imagine, none of us really knew how to deal with that or to even understand what all was going on in his mind. The first thing I was disbelief. Second thing was, how could it be? How can that be? I mean, we had never seen outright indications of violence from him. It's not like he smacked her around first and we had a sense that, okay, he has the potential to be violent. We hadn't seen any of that. I mean, how do you get to someone who's just angry and pacing around the house and talking to himself to taking 3 different knives and stabbing her in the neck? And then apparently he had also tried to burn her. So disbelief was the first thing in my mind. The second was horror. And the third was an incredible sense of sadness. I mean, even the word sadness sounds really trite, but I don't know how else to explain non-stop crying for like a day. Everybody talks about mental illness. We talk about raising awareness of mental illness. But what are we doing about ensuring that the mentally ill stay on medication? I think that is something that's very close to my heart, right? Because I think this could have been avoided if he had been medicated properly. The second thing, that I saw her journey of deterioration over those years just from stress. The way her body was reacting to this persistent stress of being with someone mentally ill. She had no one to turn to. She didn't have support groups. Nobody would talk about these things. And I think she just swallowed up her own stress and her body just lived it out. And I want to see how you can get support and help and start talking about these things, and for the caregivers.